Good morning and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Excuse me, let me get myself on. Good morning, my people. I'm sorry for the interruption. I haven't been on my set for a few days, so reacclimating myself to this program is a must. So, excuse me. But over the few days, the campaign in Liberia has been going on. And we can see from the recent launch of the Unity Party's campaign on yesterday, how that stadium was so crowded. It is evident that Joseph Boakai is leading in this race. It's evident that change is coming to Liberia and the Liberian people. But let me bring up my correspondent from Liberia, Mr. Samuel Wicker. Sam, we've been away for so long, man.
Be long.
Yeah, man. I feel like kind of strange.
How was your vacation break?
Well, I still got one more. The third phrase, the last and final phrase is coming. But it's just a weekend, so it shouldn't interfere with our programming. But the people have been trying to hack my computer, man.
Okay.
I know I got into my laptop. I had to erase everything. Now I'm going to upload everything again. But I didn't have the internet connection that I needed. Now I have it now. So tell us, man, how was this Unity Party lunch yesterday, man?
Before it got me not feeling well this morning. The fever, man, the rain beat us heavy down for the rain.
My man.
And you know that the citizens defy the rain.
My man, I saw the people in the water almost up to their waist.
Yeah, so people said, "What that rain was shine, it must go."
It hurts my heart. You know why it hurts my heart? Because it's a health risk too, man. Look at the dirty water that people were in yesterday, man. Oh, when I saw that video,
we all walk in that water, man.
My heart sank, man, when I saw that video. You know what kind of resulting sicknesses people could get from walking in that kind of water? But it just shows.
Fever. I'm feeling fever this morning. Oh, fever knocked me down last night when I came. So yeah, it resulted nastiness in Morovia.
My man, you need to take alcohol and rub it all over your body.
Take a shower,
get warm, take a hot shower, and just put alcohol over your body because you don't know what kind of sicknesses you could incur from that walking in that water. Worms that you could go in your pores. So, yeah, man. When I saw it, my heart, I saw the video, my heart just broke, man. I wanted to cry. And this is no joke.
People want to change. People want change.
I know. Yeah. This is how much the Liberian people want change, man. Yes. Can you imagine? Hey, man.
It was.
How could Ellen Johnson said you do this to us? All the Liberian people need to rise together and complain to God about this woman. So when she dies, she will never find peace under the sun, in the afterlife. She will never find peace. And she ever come back, she will come back as the poorest, useless, most wasteful person under the sun. Look how the woman did to our country. Look what the woman did to our country, man. There is no way we can deny it. Mm-hmm. There is no way, except we deceitful. You know, Sam? And our people got to change, Sam. Liberian people got to change, whether we like it or not. The deceitfulness, the lies, the treachery is too much. It's not helping us. Sam, you know the people in Rhode Island here, they're telling people that I told people, have you ever heard me say on this thing that I would shoot anybody who attend my mother's funeral?
No, I never heard it.
That's the thing people in Rhode Island in the Liberian community spreading all around that they didn't go to my mother's funeral because I threatened to shoot people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, Sam, how can our people, they're the same Zogo thing we're talking about?
Yeah, Liberian people lie too much.
Educated Liberian people standing up and talking this kind of stupid thing. Is America a country with all laws? Is that America like Liberia where people can go around shooting people? Huh? White people do that thing. You ever hear that thing in our black community? For the Liberian people to carry that news around and stay away from my mother's funeral? You know, you hate my family, say so. I ain't got no big deal about it. What goes around comes around. And we know that. You do your part today, it will come back to you. You know? So all the thing I did for this community, for them to go and spread that kind of lie, and the kind of people who spreading it too, man. People who my own relatives go around spreading that lies.
That's why I say it wasn't sell the street won't buy you.
Yeah, but you know, Sam, it's just disgusting. I'm not mad. It just shows the extent of debasement of our society. Even in America, our people are Zogos. The educated people behaving like the Zogos in Liberia. This is the problem we always face in our community. You can't tell whether we're in America or in Liberia. The behavior is similar. Similar. Why would people go around and talk that kind of thing? Huh? You don't want to go to the woman's funeral, say you don't go to the woman's funeral. But don't lie, say Rodney Chesson say he will shoot people. It makes me sick. Just that statement makes me sick. But you know, this is the problem we're facing. If people in America behaving like people in Liberia, what hope is there for
But yeah, they're still Liberian.
But they're supposed to be different Liberian people. They're supposed their minds supposed to evolve in this country. But they're the same way like Liberian people in Liberia. That's why I tell them, I say, you gotta get out of the community. You gotta stop drinking all the beer and think club beer. Just come every weekend, just sit down and drink beer. You gotta start smoking all the weed in the community and get out. All the money you're spending on, they do the same things here in America. All the money you're spending on that, take some time and go out. Open your minds. You can't go back to Liberia with your minds the same way you came here. Learn.
But my cousin told me the same thing some time ago from the States. You know, when she came, my daughter went Ghana and came back, and because she had a little salon trying to put together, that woman went to America and said, Sammy's daughter going Dubai. I said, what, Dubai? But because you saw her, this shop set up, so that news are all around the family. But somebody called me and told me, he said that how they behave here, they carry cheap lies. I said, in America, they take a lie from Liberia and carry America. She said, oh, yeah, so people carry cheap lies. And she went to get a salon and did her hair. She didn't even pay. She left. You in America can't send a girl a dime. Then you can't just took her. Got her, just got the hairdress, makeup, everything, and left. It didn't pay the girl dime. Oh, at your grandma. So my daughter called me. My daughter called me. She was telling me. I said, no problem. They all go with trouble.
Sam, that's very true. Our people in America, if our behaviors and attitudes and actions do not change here, it will be hard for us to build our country. It will be hard. Because Liberian people in Liberia looking up to us to set good examples of leadership, of direction. Then you come in this country, you're the people behaving better than the people in Liberia. What hope is there for us? What hope? And you see the part about it, you don't have to lie.
Hmm?
I didn't go to my own mom's funeral. I didn't go. So other people don't go. I don't blame you, but don't say Rodney Chesson say I will shoot you. I didn't go. Because of the way my little sister was behaving. Huh? My little sister, my mom died. The first thing my sister do, mommy died, all the property for me. How you, our mom would die, you behave? I said, and our whole society is like that. That's why our country is so bad and corrupt. My little sister and brother don't know we got laws in Liberia. You can just kind of tell me I would take my mom's property. How you do that? We got laws in Liberia. We got system, but when and my sister got master's degree. My brother got bachelor degree. And these people are not demonstrating anything of intelligence. While Liberian people are that same, everybody fighting for property and money, and nobody getting nothing. Huh? You think people die, you can just come to people and say, I will take everything? What kind of stupidity is that? That just shows our people have no time for laws. Our people feel they can do what they want to do. And my sister got master's degree. And this is a woman. You see, I will appoint that kind of woman to be a leader in my country. I can't. She immature. She doesn't understand that we have laws. People can't just come and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If everybody could do like that, our country would be a damn lawless country, which it already is, because people behaving like that in Liberia. Just getting on and say, I will do this, I will do that, and they have no consideration of law. And this is why we got to change our country, Sam. We got laws. And people can't just get up and do things without knowing that we have laws. And if you violate our laws or act against our laws, there are consequences you will face. And let me tell you, Sam, I don't care about family. I don't care about friends. I don't care about associates. Because if you're associated with me, you better do the fucking right thing. Excuse my French. You better do the fucking right thing. Because you can't be associated with me and be lawless. And just think you can do what you want to do. And Sam, if I could do that, I wouldn't be leaving any law or any semblance of civility or discipline. What's wrong with our people, man? What's wrong with our society? It ain't going to change the message. Our people got to learn. It can't continue like this. Everybody just does what they want to do. How can you live like that? And this is the same thing we're talking about with leadership. Even if Joe Boycott comes into power, we have to do the check and balance on every damn government. No good government is promised to us. No decent government is promised to us. We, the people, have to make our government work for us. Jesus Christ didn't promise us no good government. He didn't promise us no decent leadership. He didn't promise us no fair people. It's the people that makes their leaders honest, fair, and justifiable. We do that. If we weren't checking our leaders would be, some of them would just steal, just like they're doing now. On the jobs we have no accountability. The president can be traveling to the airport and call for $20,000 to spend at the airport. That's insanity.
Can you imagine that?
That's insanity. And there's the same thing going on in our country, Sam. But it's not only with George Weah. It's with our educated people too. People think they can take the laws into their hands and just do what they want to do because they can do it. And this is where our society falls short. Because if we, the educated people, we, the law and abiding people who say we say we are, and we continue to violate our laws and punish all other people when they do the same things, that our country can't grow, our country will fail. It will fail. Because in a democracy, Sam, the same thing in America here. In a democracy, the only way a democracy will work if you have honest, patriotic citizens. You got to have that. If the leadership is corrupt, our democracy will not work. Democracy is a system that depends on the will and patriotism of the people. And we have to understand that as Liberians. Our democracy rests on our trustworthiness, our abilities to be fair and honest, and believe in our system that it will work. That's the only way democracy will work. It's based on the belief of the people. Or else, let one man rule. You see, if we want a dictator, let one man rule. But if we want a democracy, we have to understand that the foundation of a democracy is we, the people. That's the foundation of everything in our government. We, the people. And if we, the people, don't understand our lack or level of patriotism, or whatever thereof, our democracy cannot prosper. It cannot grow. You see, and this is what our people got to understand. You know, the lying, the deceitfulness, all those negative things got to cease and desist. When a whole community can lie, when a whole community can be deceitful and treacherous, our country can't grow. We can't prosper. And these are the fundamental things our people need to learn. These are the fundamental things. Because if you love your country, you know you cannot proceed if your people don't get the understanding of who and what they are or represent. Those things are fundamental. They are fundamental in any system of governance or leadership. They are fundamental. And our people got to understand that. They do have to understand that. Because wherever we fail in our truthfulness, in our abilities to be fair, to be honest, to speak and act as patriots, our democracy cannot work. We'll go right back to the Tottenham and the Torborg kind of democracy, where one man would just change the constitution and lie and deceive us and mislead us. But if you all want our country to change, we got to listen to sound thinking. We just got to listen to sound guidance. We got to listen to sound leadership and act on it. Because right now, as we are, we still have that burden of the Totman administration of lying to our people, of being deceitful. All of that stuff from Totman. You know? And it's not about hatred. It's not about any negative things. It's about the truth. Everything deceitful in Liberia started under the Totman administration, because for Totman to stay in power for the 7 years, he had to lie to us. He had to make our system corrupt to the point that we wouldn't want him to leave. Everything he does will be good because we were corrupt too. He corrupted the whole community, bribed us, misled us. You see, everybody thought they were enjoying the government because Totman were actually giving people money. When you go visit, every Saturday on the Totman, man, there was a long line from the mansion outside all the way on the street. People going to see VAT on a Saturday. So how long can a country condone such a thing? Every Saturday, people would dress up. They're going to visit VAT. And everybody who saw the president that day on a Saturday left with $1,000 or more dollars. Everybody. That was not Tubman personal money. That was not people money. But he was sharing it. Our politicians wrote about the airport port, Tuan Ray. All the old guys that were against this kind of thing wrote against it. Tubman, have you read some of Tubman's letters to Aberport? You see, Aberport was not a real threat to Tubman because he was a loner. He didn't have people following him, the Bacchus Mafia. He didn't form no organization. He just blasted Tubman and wrote against him in the newspaper and things like that. So he wasn't a real political threat. But he was a threat because he was educating the people, telling the people this man is doing wrong. And all Tubman could do was just put him in jail, punish him. So you remember Albert put you walk around with a small little briefcase with a shirt trouser, everything inside, because he know in a minute Besma or Campbell they will come pick you up and arrest him. These people just did some shit in Liberia, man. And it gotta stop. It gotta stop. Our country gotta be a country of law and order. We have been a displaced people in country for so long, man. Tubman ruled us with iron hand. And no matter how Torba tried to change that, people were tired with him. People were tired with that one regime leading us forever. And that's why Torba had to go. The people were tired. You see, and the people he was bringing didn't want to help him change the country. They were deceiving him. They were trying to get rid of him so they could take over. You know? And look at what they brought our country today, Sam. They do nothing for our country. And worst of all, people that Amos Sawyer them, they go sit in Ghana. Instead of fighting for our country to be freed of these ignorant warlords and killers, they're fighting for themselves. And didn't care who else joined the fight. How you say you want to lead our country out of poverty and corruption and destruction? Then you go sit with the same people who are the ignorant warlords and killers in our country, and you don't try to ostracize them from the government. You want to sit there and share the government with them. How you do that, man? How you do that? Eh? You see, son, this is the thing I'm talking about. How would I come on to work with ignorant man? Eh? I got a law degree. I'm a military man. I teach people. How would I forsake all of that to kind of work with a 12th grade idiot? Am I stupid? How would I do that? I sat on a door and see the thing happen. There's no way these people can help our country. There's no way you can really get a degree being a president. How you get a degree being a president? One time you had to go to school when you got a whole nation to attend to get doctor, and all that shit. So you know all this thing is a farce. You know? Why our people just debase education like that? Then we blame the educated people. The very people who are ignorant people will elevate them to degree holding people. And we know these people are not qualified to hold degrees. George, we are still not qualified to hold degrees. You get George, we are a test right now. A simple test, you will fail. Simple test, the simplest test, he will fail. He's an idiot. How you have the idiot leading our country and treating him like he's a responsible man? Huh? What's wrong with our people, man? Now they're coming to their senses and demanding that they may go. But we got to prosecute these people. Let me tell you, man. Yeah, we got to prosecute them. There is no way people can just come in our government, steal our money like a little club, This is what they do in Rhode Island here. Nothing can advance in Rhode Island. The Liberian people are suffering here. We're suffering because we do the same thing over and over and not benefiting our people. Even Liberians in America are fighting among themselves like idiots. We can't get nothing right. Every community organization got problems. How you have an organization people serve when they're leaving, they take out all the documents and all the money and everything and leave. Then the next administration got to start from zero. We don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. You see, and the share lies and treachery we perpetrate against each other. It's not good. It's not good. You see? Because certain things I don't care about. I really don't. I don't care that people do something or not. I've been doing my show for years. Whether people come or not, I don't care. It's a record. When our children get wise, I'm not talking foolishness. Our society is so ignorant today, they don't understand why I'm talking. All they want to do is follow sex and lies about these people. They want gossip. I don't do that. I educate people. And some of the things we do, it got to cease and desist, Sam. It got to stop. People come in our country and commit crimes against Liberian people. Look at the other pastor here. What's his name? Lucas Richard?
Yeah. American missionary. And he lied too much. How will you lie like that? The little boy saw you trying to cut a girl through. Then you see that motorbike hit the girl.
While she was sleeping?
The pastor. No, they came from Garnersville by way of Dixville, and maybe he had planned to kill the girl. Did the girl explain? They went to the first place to a creek, but because a lot of people were there, so he didn't do anything. They went another area, cemetery around Carwell area when they came, and when he said, "But let's enter the cemetery and see and check the names of the people." And know when some of them died, they get refused. You were afraid. So this time now he got her down when they got somewhere. He said his car, the tire gave him problem. He took a knife and told the guy to hold a wheel ring so they can jack the car up. In that process, he shot again in the bush. And this motorbike guy was following. He was coming. He alone on his back. He saw this guy trying to slaughter this guy. How he ran there with a stick and hit him on his head. And the guy, took the guy from there.
What?
That was how. I mean, she was not living. They were on a ride. Said, "Let's go ride around."
You were cutting her throat while she was yelling?
Yeah. In the bush, out of that place. She was just blessed, lucky when this bad guy came across them.
Wow.
Yeah, well, he too helped. See, when they got to Douala, man, the people smashed the windshield. They wanted to kill him. But according to this boy, he protected him. So they can't harm him. He wanted to take them to the police station. That's how he called police and from Douala. And they escorted them around St. Paul Bridge. And then it was Zone 6.
Wow.
In Broadville. Yeah.
Wow. That's so sad.
Missionary or pastor?
Has his wife made any statement about it?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Because I saw different people talking about him, this case, the white guy. There was a white guy on Facebook talking about it too. You sent me that picture, right? I think you sent me that video too.
Yeah.
So, wow. and when is trial coming out?
Well, we didn't know yet.
And what did Justice Minister say about it?
Nothing here. He has not made any statement yet. But he's ongoing police or investigation.
Wow.
He's at the police headquarters here, Central.
Well, we got to make sure that this guy is not going to disappear from Liberia. This guy will serve prison time in Liberia. Wherever time the judge gave him, he will serve it in Liberia. Our
Yeah.
country got to change. You commit crime in Liberia, you do your damn time in Liberia. We got to protect our Liberian women. They're the same thing I'm talking about, Sam. They're the same thing I'm talking about. Because things will change. I will prosecute Liberian men. I will prosecute Liberian men who mess with our women. I will prosecute white men who mess with our women. I will prosecute you. I'm not joking. Even as a private lawyer, I think I will set up one of the first pro bono law offices in Liberia. Every case I take will be for free. If the Liberian government donate a certain amount to my law firm, will represent only people who ain't got lawyers. We'll set up the first public defender office in Liberia, where we have qualified lawyers to go and plead and try to get poor people out of trouble. That would be my mission for Liberia. And you men, you useless Liberian men who think you can take advantage of Liberian women, beware. I will deal with y'all. I will take every damn thing you own and give it to those women. Beware. Every year in America, they say, give me half. You say you married a woman, as soon as you marry her, she can't say, give me half for me. You think that joke?
Half of your property.
Yes, half everything you own. Give me half.
Yeah, but in Liberia, is by law is 25%.
Okay,
for the woman.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We're coming home. That Babadi law and thing, the guy, we're coming home. Okay? That God just gave me what I want. Okay? We'll open our public defender office. I will hire lawyers that will go out and plead for poor people. Poor people ain't got to go to the court no more. We'll set up a public defender program. And the government will give money to us. Because the court will not have to appoint no lawyer again. We have a public defender office set up in Liberia strictly to defend poor people. People who got money. And we do it with the help of other Liberian lawyers. Because when you got a public defender program, even you got 3 or 4 lawyers, sometimes the cases may be so overwhelming. The new lawyers coming out of law school and things like that will be drafted to process to free some of these people. And we'll train them how to do it. So our country will change because patriots will come home. People who don't like the way, the unfairness, the injustice, I want to say the unjust treatment, but the injustice that is going on in our country got to cease and desist. It got to cease. And the only way we can seize it, cause it to end, is to have lawyers who will go and plead for the poor people in our country. Because when you have people staying in jail for 7 years and never going to court one day in their lifetime, that's injustice perpetrated against Liberian citizens by the system. And we cannot continue to tolerate that. You see, these are some of the changes we got to make in our countries. And we got to be serious about it, man, people. Politics and government is not the only issues that perpetrating evil in our system. Okay? Liberian people, we got to restructure our country where we specifically care for those people who are less fortunate. We set up system for them, not only the elderly, not only the handicapped, or the how do you call them in America, the disadvantaged. Okay, not only those people, we got to look at our youth. We got to look at their development, their growth. We got to re-evaluate our whole system, our Ministry of Youth and Sports and all of that. They got to demonstrate that whoever in that ministry can lead our youth, can set up programs that will generate interest in education, in sports. All those things lead to success. But those people responsible for implementing these programs to effectively change the lives of people in our society have to know what they're doing. They can't just come there for the money. They can't just come there for the popularity. And these people, there are some people in our society that never been to school, but they are exceptionally good with young people and in the society. Yes, we can use those people. But we got to understand, we can't elevate those people to leadership positions. Yes, they may be good with the children, they may be good with organizing things if they don't have the paper to prove that they're educated to do all of that. They cannot elevate to the ministerial positions, to the directorship positions. They cannot. Even in America, no matter how good you are, you got that paper, you can't be elevated. You got to get that paper. And you got to get it from a recognized institution, even in Liberia, because we don't have recognized institutions in Liberia. And this is what our education ministry got to start doing. Okay? Those institutions that are not certified by the justice ministry, they can only do certain things and no other things. They cannot do other things. You got to be certified by the Ministry of Education to give people degrees, diplomas, certificates, whatever it is. You got to go through the education ministry and be certified as a school. If not, you got to be private school and you got to have a certain standard to maintain. Okay, so everybody who open in public schools and say this is a public school and things like that, they got to meet certain standards, like the government school, or even better. Private people, if you open the private institution and taking money from our people, you better make sure the standard of education is as high or higher than the public schools. If not, we will not tolerate mediocre educational institutions in our country. So our education ministry, our public work ministry, they will start doing their work. They will start doing their work, because if people can't do their work, you can't lead our ministry. You can't lead our government. And this is why we're warning you right now. We are warning you because our system will change. Our government will change. Everybody being born in Liberia will not expect a check as it is today. Our government supporting everybody in the country. Listen to Takunde's song and Narrow, fake Narrow. Yeah? You're not getting government check. You won't do this. So that means Liberians look forward to government checks, whether you're working or not. When you get a government check, you find out that it demonstrates that you're part of this country and the system. But that's not how government works. Government is supposed to be small, and the society, the public sector big. And we got to try to implement that, because the Liberian government cannot continue to keep people on payroll doing bullshit. No, that was Tottenham strategy, because they didn't have people enough jobs to give people. So you got the minister, the 2-3 deputy minister, 4, 5 assistant ministers. What the hell is that, man? That's robbing our government. All of that got to change. One minister, one deputy minister, and that's it. That's it. Everybody as directors. We're going to be paying people like that. If the minister and a deputy minister cannot run that ministry, we'll move them and put people there who can do it. But the things that we had before are not talking about the waste. Look at the waste in our country, man. Even with this multi-party system, I was talking about it, and we got to do a serious debate on it, man. It's not good for our country. The waste. I look at our poor country, man. If every institution raised 20, 30,000 and million, say million, because Joe, we were 100 million or 50 million. So why if other parties do 20, 30 million just for campaigning? Our country can't survive with that. The stealing, the corruption will continue. But under a one-party system, we can do the same things we're doing now. People can run their campaign, but it wouldn't be so expensive because we'll be under one party. But everybody will have the opportunity. You can have 20 candidates running for the presidency of that one party. You can have different groups aligning themselves, but they will not spend the kind of money that they're spending now for campaigning and all of that. It will not be like that. And all that money could be redirected or reshifted to help our society. Because there are many things political parties could be doing right now. There are many, many things these political parties could be doing with that money that they're spending just for campaigning. Because if we have a one-party system, we'll structure our system. You want to expend money to motivate your partisans to join you? Do a project. Spearhead an effort. Do something that will bring progress and advancement to our country through our party. But I already have mixed feelings about the multi-party system. And we really got to debate it. As Liberian people, we really have to debate it. Are we that divided that we can't come together on our one-party system as we had before? Our country needs development. We need development bad. And the multi-party system does not help to bring us together as a people. It divides us further. It divides us. And with our ignorant society as it is, it will be harder to educate our people, to set the standards that we need to set to bring change, rapid change and direction to our society. It will be hard because the multi-party system is dividing us. Look at how everybody ran behind Walker. Everything we're doing now can be done on a one-party system. Everything we are doing right now. My people, we have to consider the waste. That's my only concern. The waste. We have to redirect our energies and our efforts to prevent waste. To use every penny we have to restructure our society, restructure our communities. And my people, we cannot focus on Monrovia alone. We have 15, 16 counties. How can we effectively or effectively impact every county simultaneously? Because the way our development is going, it is one-sided. It is focused on Monrovia. We have to restructure our society where the resources of our country will reach to every length and breadth of our society. How do we do that? The first thing, we got to fix our roads. We got to build roads. We got to build roads. We got to open our country so fast and have so many roads that it would be so easy for people to come from anywhere in Monrovia to go anywhere else, to sell their goods, to sell their products, to carry development. Liberian people can develop our own country. We don't need the government, but we need the roads. We need access to our people. We need to open up the country. How can we do that? We must stop corruption. We must stop the stealing. We must stop the nepotism. In a small country like Liberia, it's hard because we have the same problem in Rhode Island. Everybody related some kind of way. Nothing wrong with that. But don't put your brother or your sister or your mother and father in government positions where you are there. There's no problem. All of our cousins everywhere. If your cousins are qualified, let them serve. But your immediate family cannot serve in our government positions except they are elected by the Liberian people. When the Liberian people say we elect your cousin to be senator, we can't say nothing about that. That's the will of the Liberian people. But you as a leader, you got to be mindful that our society and our government is not for the family. It's not for the family. And your family alone does not have the blessings of God to lead our whole nation. We got other people who are qualified, even more qualified. And you got to seek out these people and encourage them to come into your government. Because that's the only way our society will change. That's the only way our leadership will grow, will advance mentally, physically, spiritually. All of that got to be in sync. You cannot grow as an educated person and you're not spiritually in tune or mentally in tune. All these things, you got to be in tune with it. You cannot be educated and don't understand the concepts of spiritualism or religion or the doctrines of any church. You got to be in tune with society. You got to understand the culture of our people and what it entails. You got to understand all these things or we'll fail. So I ain't got time to sit down here and be talking about the parties that are running for election or the campaigners and all of that. Because the Liberian people will choose the people they want. And the time for change is now. The time for change is now. And the Liberian people know of all these leaders, you got to choose the leader of your heart. You got to choose the leader that you believe represents your best interest. And if the people say Borka is the man, yes, let's gain that opportunity. But we cannot take our eyes off the prize no more. No leadership of our country can we leave entirely to lead our country on our belief that they will do good. No, that's not how our country exists. Our duty is to make sure that our leaders do what they say they will do. I don't care whether it's Borka, whether it's Cumming, and whether anybody else. We got to understand that our leaders are our servants. And it's time for Liberian people to understand this too, that those leading us, we may love them with all our hearts, but we got to hold them accountable to our Constitution and our laws. We got to hold them accountable. We got to hold them to standards that we expect our leaders to be held to. Not what they want to do, what we expect our leaders to do. And that will change our country. That will elevate our society to a new level. And if we don't do it now, we will never have peace and stability in our country. We'll never have the comfort that all Liberians should have as citizens of our nation. It is on us. And the time of the Liberian people is now. I can't stress this anymore. The time of the Liberian people is now. The time for us to come together and change our society is now. We can do it. It's not impossible. We have lived together for nearly 200 years, in spite of all our differences. In spite of us cussing each other, Congo, country, Congo, we have lived together as one people. And we cannot continue on the path of deception, lies, betrayal, and treachery. We got to be patriots of our nation. We got to understand that as patriots, we cannot neglect any aspect of our laws, our constitution, none. And if people go wrong and other people don't see it and they raise these issues that demand investigation or further looking into, we need to do it. We need to do it. Because it's the only way our country will elevate, will grow and change. We, the people, we, the people, we, the people, not the president or the government or other people, is we, the people. We must always remember this, to unify ourselves so that when we act collectively in the best interest of the country. Everything we do is we, the people, not the Bassa people, not the Crown people, not the Congo people, not the Giga people, not the Bandi people, not the GC people, none of the people. The Liberian people. This is where I stand. And we all got to understand that from now on, we got to be truthful to each other. We got to stop the lying. We got to stop the deceitfulness. We got to stand for truth. In every society, we have that. Even in America, rumors spread, lies. That's what we got CNN and all the other news agencies for, to give us the truth. They lie too. Fox lie. Everybody lie. They get caught. They pay the price. And this is why our country got to be like. We got to take the best examples of other people's country if we want to copy. Let's take the best things to copy. Okay? The best things that promote our democracy, that promote law and order, that promote above all our first law, the Constitution. So, my people, this is where we stand, man. And Sam, hey, you been in and out. So,
Yeah, man, the network just dropped, and yeah, it's fluctuating.
but you've been paying attention to what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
hear you, everything.
So let's look at our country now. Change is coming. We know that Liberian people stood in the rain and the water. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't believe that when I saw that video. Water up to people waist almost.
Mm-hmm.
Up to people waist almost. In that dirty water. Damn. I love my people. I love you. I love you. But we got to discipline our people. I love my people. And I got to discipline you so that we move in the right direction. So we can be sync in everything we do. Our society will change. It will change. We get good leaders who give us good examples, who don't lie to us, who want to see us grow and prosper in the right way. The struggle we're in now, don't think you're going to be sitting down and comfortably. The struggle we're in now, don't think that everything is made for you and you're going to relax. The struggle we're in now, don't think you're going to retire. There is no damn time for retirement. You see? That was even my wife. She American. She said, I retire. I said, no, you're not retired. If you're my wife, you're not retired. You will, when we die in our coffin, then we retire. We got too much to do to come say we retire. You crazy? If you connected to me, there's no damn retirement. All you bitches sitting home talking when you retire, you better get up and resurrect yourselves. Renew your spirits. Exert yourselves because the new Liberia is coming. And nobody in Liberia is retired until you die. No damn retirement until you die. Okay? Our country needs development. Our country calling is greater than ourselves. Retirement? No retirement. We ain't gonna force you. But if you're in the struggle, you know you're gonna retire. The old people, until you die, we need you in the struggle. Everybody in the Liberian struggle. When we're coming home, all us getting together to clean up Monrovia, it ain't gonna be a joke. We're gonna find a place to put all that dirt and mess. We'll do it. In 1 week, we cleaned up that whole city with all Mary Bro leading us and yelling and all of that. We're bring real leadership to our country. The time for Mary Bro bullshit is over. One woman cannot control the destiny of our country. And that Ellen Johnson fool had this woman, one woman. Why? Why? Because Ellen Johnson said he couldn't control the men of our country. That's why our country was so messed up. Look at, she stayed in power all the years. She never had a military of Liberian people. Foreigners stayed over her until she left, protecting her. She didn't trust her own military. So we can try to do what we want to do, but it's on us, we, the people, to change our country. We, the people, always remember that. Rodney Chesson can't do it. Sam, you can't do it alone. It's we, the people, got to do this thing. And when we, the people, come together as a collective people and a collective nation that love each other, nothing can happen until we love each other. We can cuss each other, we can fuss each other, we can do everything. Love is the glue that brings us together. And this is why our Christian principle is so important, because Jesus Christ is the foundation of love. And once we have Jesus Christ as the foundation of our society, our principle is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's my message to you. When we love our neighbors as ourselves, we have one party, and everything we want to do will be in that one party. We'll preserve our economy for us and for our future generations. And we know how significant it is to own and have money. Money. People will not steal our money. Our country deserves money. And we build our nation. We build a rich nation. We do everything we want to do in our country for the upliftment of society. It's not impossible when you got love as the foundation of bringing us together. Aluta, continue. Close, Sam. Let me close up.
Well, thank you so much. After a long break, you're very sharp, and thank God that this rally was held yesterday. Hope we're hoping that the election will be free and fair. If it goes well, the crowd you saw in Monroe yesterday, it was just all around the counties. Unlike CDC that truck people from other areas, the party did not truck anybody. The crowd you saw yesterday was just people from Monrovia and this environs. So we hope that this election will be free and fair, so we can have a better Liberia. And I hope to see you soon in this country.
Aluta.
Yeah,
Okay, my
continue.
brother. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna take my time, and I've been sick.
Yeah, rub yourself down in alcohol now.
Yeah, yeah.
And make sure you pour some
Okay.
Vicks over you, because that water you were in yesterday, all kind of
It's
things.
been so bad. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so
Take
much.
care. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
My people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people. I keep telling you, my people, the time for our country to change and grow is now. That's the only thing that can bring us together. the love of Jesus Christ, the foundation of our Christian society. It's not a joke. It is not a joke. We need love. We need love. Not sexual love, spiritual love. We need love in our community. We need love in our society. That is the foundation for which we have grown, upon which we prosper our Christian faith and our Christian society, our Christian principle of love. That's all that has kept us together and strong. Because no matter what kind of difficulties we have, Liberian people love each other. We love each other. And that's why it hurts me when people lie. For nothing lie. You don't want to do something, don't do it. Don't lie about it. Say you don't want to do it and give a good reason why. But let's stop the lies. Let's stop the treachery. It does not help us. It makes us bitter and mean. It makes us bitter and mean. Because when you mess with me, I will mess with you. I will mess with you. I'll tell you the fact. You mess with me, I will mess with you. Because that's how the world is. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. That's our foundation of our Christian principle. That's the foundation of love and Jesus Christ's own teachings. If you love Jesus Christ, you got to understand he gave us 2 laws. All the 10 commandments, everything, he broke them down into 2 laws. Love your God and do unto others as you have them do unto you. So that means all of us want people to treat us good, with respect, with dignity, with love. If that's what you want, then treat other people in a like manner. If you're a Christian. Because that is the foundation of our Christian teaching and principle. Love, love, love. Are you ready to change Liberia? Then start understanding what Christian love truly means. That is the foundation for changing our nation, our ways, our thinking, and the direction for our children. Aluta continua. I'm out of here. Have a good day. The Tony Commander Glapohkpa Chesson class is done. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Don't say I told you something that not real now. But take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Have a good day, folks.